Hey, this is Dave, and today I'll be reviewing the SOL Survival Blanket. This is going to be a short review because there's only so much you can say about a space blanket. This costs about $6.95 at REI, but you can get one on eBay for a little cheaper. It's 60 by 96 inches, so it's big enough for up to two people. This is a little thicker than traditional space blankets, which is why I got it. The shiny side can reflect up to 90% of the heat that reaches it. Let's talk about what these can be used for. You can use them as heat reflectors for a fire, tarps, gear covers, or a blanket. Be forewarned that these only offer a light amount of warmth as a blanket, so don't leave your sleeping bag or wool blanket at home. I tested this out in a tarp shelter that I built. I used the painter's tarp and hung this on the inside to reflect some heat back at me. I don't like using these as a traditional blanket because condensation from your perspiration builds up and you can get yourself and your clothes wet. As far as the heat reflector for my shelter, it was probably about 10 degrees warmer in the shelter than it was outside, so it did a little bit. This works as good as any other Mylar blanket, but it's got one very annoying problem. When the blanket gets wet, the ink on the outside of it rather comes off and gets all over everything. I hung this in my bathroom to dry, and it left ink all over the shower doors. It took close to a half hour to clean the doors, and I recommend cleaning and drying this outside. Because of this problem, the first aid and survival instructions will disappear when this blanket gets wet. I'm going to return this to REI since I don't want to get any more ink all over the place when I dry or clean this. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this review.